Well, it's striking how top of mind efficiency is for pretty much every business right now.
It really is.
And it feels like every chat about getting leaner, faster, it points straight to digital tools. I even saw something suggesting um, organizations that really go for it see efficiency jump by like 30%.
That's huge. A massive difference.
Right, a game changer. So today, we're digging into a really potent mix here, integrating digital transformation with Lean Six Sigma.
It's a truly dynamic pairing, yeah. And really relevant if you're looking to, get ahead, not just keep up.
Okay.
And for anyone maybe less familiar, Lean Six Sigma, it basically brings together two really strong improvement approaches. You've got Lean, which is all about cutting out waste.
Anything that doesn't add value.
Exactly. And then Six Sigma gives you these rigorous tools, techniques to minimize errors, inconsistencies, basically boosting quality.
And it all runs in that DMAIC cycle, right?
Right.
Define, measure, analyze.
Improve and control. Define the problem, measure where you are now, analyze why it's happening, make improvements, and then control the new process so the gains stick. That's the engine.
Got it. And that's kind of the foundation for our chat today. The goal for this deep dive is really to give you, the listener, a clear picture of why this blend, this fusion of digital smarts and process discipline is so important. We want to cut through the jargon, get right to why it matters, and how understanding this can give you a real edge quickly and thoroughly. Okay, so let's kick off with the big question. Why does traditional Lean Six Sigma even need this digital boost?
Yeah.
It works, right?
That's a great question, and yeah, it does work, but traditional methods can hit some walls in today's world, which is just swimming in data and moving so fast.
Okay, like what kind of walls?
Well, think about relying on manual data collection, or maybe trying to get information that's locked away in different systems, different spreadsheets.
The dreaded data silos.
Exactly. Those silos can really slow down the whole improvement cycle if you have to wait to piece together different reports just to analyze something. Well, decision-making isn't very quick, is it?
No, definitely not nimble.
And this shift, moving from waiting for those reports to getting data in, well, basically real time, it doesn't just speed up the analysis, it fundamentally changes how you solve problems. You can start preventing issues, not just reacting after they happen.
That paints a picture of things feeling a bit stuck, maybe? Like trying to solve a complex puzzle, but you can only see half the board.
That's a good way to put it.
So how does digital transformation come in and, light up the whole board?
Right. Digital transformation brings speed and access into the mix. It breaks down those silos by connecting systems and platforms.
Okay.
So the data you need for those, define, measure, analyze phases. It becomes much easier to get, often right away, in real time, and collaboration gets a huge boost too. Digital tools mean teams can share information, look at the same process data seamlessly.
So instead of waiting for, say, a monthly report to flag an issue, you might see it popping up as it happens.
Absolutely. Imagine having like a live dashboard showing key process metrics.
Okay.
Suddenly spotting bottlenecks, seeing variations, tracking how well your improvements are working, it becomes immediate. Teams can make informed calls right then and there, not weeks later.
That's a big shift.
It is. And what's really interesting now is the range of specific digital tools that are powering this integration.
I'm definitely curious. Let's hear about them.
All right, first up, let's talk data analytics and visualization tools. Think about things like Tableau or Power BI.
Right, the dashboarding tools.
Exactly. What they do really well is take loads of raw process data, sometimes huge amounts, and turn it into clear visuals. Charts, graphs, interactive dashboards, you name it.
Makes it easier to digest.
Much easier. You can spot trends, outliers, things needing attention that might just get lost in spreadsheets. So these directly help the measure and analyze parts of DMAA, finding patterns and problems fast.
Makes total sense. Like turning a dense report into a quick visual summary. Okay, what's next in the digital toolkit?
Next, we should definitely talk about the Internet of Things, IoT.
Okay, IoT. Heard a lot about it.
Right. So this is about connecting physical things, could be sensors on machines, equipment, even, say, things in a hotel room to the internet so they can constantly send data. A really clear example is in the hotel industry. Picture a hotel using IoT sensors in its rooms.
What would they track?
Things like, is the room occupied? What's the energy usage right now?
Okay, I can start to see where this is going. Staffing, energy costs.
Precisely. With that constant data stream, the hotel can adjust staffing based on actual occupancy right now, not just guessing based on old averages.
That might be totally off.
Could be. And they can fine-tune heating and cooling in empty rooms automatically. That means real savings, less waste. It's efficient.
So the type of data here, occupancy, energy, directly points to waste or potential improvement.
You got it. It feeds right into that lean thinking.
That's a really clear, practical example. Real-time data driving efficiency. So IoT gives us the data flow, analytics tools help make sense of it. What other tech is key here?
Well, we can't really talk digital transformation without touching on artificial intelligence and machine learning, AI, and ML.
Okay, the buzzwords. But how do they fit practically with Lean Six Sigma?
They sound advanced, maybe, but the applications are quite concrete. The big value here is how AI and ML algorithms can chew through massive amounts of historical data to find patterns and, importantly, make predictions.
Predictions. Okay, like what?
Think about a factory floor. You've got sensors on key machines. AI and ML can analyze that sensor data over time and learn to predict when a machine might fail before it actually breaks down.
Predictive maintenance.
Exactly. So you can schedule maintenance proactively, avoid that costly downtime, keep production smoother. Or maybe in a service business, AI could analyze past demand call volumes, website visits to predict peak times.
Helping with staffing and resource planning.
Right, so you can allocate resources much more effectively. It makes you ask, how much better can you improve a process if you know what's likely coming?
That really flips the script from just reacting to actually preventing problems.
Yeah.
It shows how these tools make organizations, well, more proactive, more resilient.
Definitely.
Okay, this theory is great, but let's make it even more tangible. Can we look at some real-world examples of this actually working?
Absolutely. Real examples often bring those aha moments. Let's take airlines again. One major airline put IoT devices, little sensors on luggage.
Oh, finally, real-time bag tracking.
You got it. So they integrated that live location data with their existing Lean Six Sigma work on baggage handling.
That's the result.
A really significant drop in lost luggage, which, as you can imagine, massively boosted customer satisfaction.
Huge win.
Huge win. But it also improved their own operations, less time and money spent tracking down lost bags. So it shows how that real-time data solves the immediate issue, but also helps optimize the whole process behind it.
That's a fantastic example. Hits both the customer and the bottom line. Do you have another one, maybe from a different area?
Yes. Let's switch gears to, say, a boutique hotel. They started using AI-driven analytics to really understand guest preferences on a deeper level.
How so? What kind of data?
Analyzing things like booking patterns, what services guests used in their room, even looking at the sentiment in online reviews.
So going way beyond just knowing if they stayed before.
Exactly. Using those AI insights, the hotel could then personalize things for returning guests. Maybe offer a specific drink they liked last time, or suggest a local event based on their past interests.
Tailoring the experience.
Right. And the result, they saw a 25% jump in repeat bookings, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, 25% is significant.
It really is. And it shows how digital tools, combined with that Lean Six Sigma focus on customer value, leads to a better experience and more efficient operations, like marketing and service delivery.
Those two examples really drive it home. You see the clear benefits. Okay, so for someone listening now thinking, this sounds good, maybe even essential, but where do I start? It feels big. What are some practical first steps?
That's a really important question. It's easy to feel overwhelmed. So here are a few maybe more manageable starting points. First, really assess your current processes. Take a good, honest look at where the biggest headaches are in your work or your organization. Where are the bottlenecks? Where would better data make the biggest difference? Try to pinpoint specific areas ripe for improvement with digital tools. Don't try to boil the ocean.
So focus. Don't aim for a massive overhaul right away.
Exactly. Start focused. Second, invest in training. Seriously, new tools are only useful if people know how to use them effectively.
Good point. Technology needs skilled users.
Absolutely. So that might mean formal training, online courses, maybe bringing in some experts for a bit. Make sure your team or you yourself can actually leverage these new tools.
Makes sense. What's the third step?
Third step, start small with pilot projects. Resist that temptation to roll out something huge across the board immediately.
Test the waters first.
Precisely. Pick one or two of those areas you identified earlier and launch a focused pilot. It lets you test things out, learn as you go, and crucially demonstrate the value before you ask for a bigger commitment or investment.
Okay, those feel very doable. Assess, train, pilot. It breaks it down nicely. So as we sort of wrap up here, what's the main takeaway you want listeners to grab from our conversation today?
I think the core message is that digital transformation is a really powerful way to Basically, supercharged Lean Six Sigma. It's about moving beyond just the traditional methods to build processes that aren't only more efficient, less waste, fewer errors, but also much more agile, much more responsive to what's happening right now.
And it's not just about buying shiny new tech, right? The mindset matters.
Absolutely. It's fundamentally about fostering that culture of continuous improvement, but making it data-driven and tech-enabled, always looking for better ways to deliver value and streamline how things get done.
That's a great way to put it. Okay, so for you, the listener, as you think about everything we've discussed, here's a final thought to maybe mull over. Inspired by the airline tracking bags or the hotel personalizing stays, think about your world, your job, a project, maybe even just a daily routine. What specific inefficiency or maybe an opportunity could you tackle by creatively mixing Lean Six Sigma ideas, cutting waste, reducing variation with some of these digital tools we talked about? Try to think beyond the obvious examples. What novel combinations could make a real difference for you? Something to chew on. Until our next deep dive, keep exploring.